Welcome back, y'all. We had to take a commercial break, but we back once again. And we was just talking about how they dismissed the young man's case when, he had his hands in his pants on elevator with a teacher. Now, the teacher thought she had something, but she didn't. He went to court. And now the young man is back in school. And I hope that young man, learn from this. And don't let this bring you down, man. Just keep pushing forward. All right. So I want to talk about the inflation in this daggone food, man. I went to Kroger's the other day and I said, now wait a minute. Hamburger is damn near $10.
That's sad. That's
wow,
ridiculous.
I couldn't believe it, man.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So what you think about this inflation?
Man, it's outrageous, man. I hope it don't be a purge or a civil war out here against poor and rich because it look like it's heading that way.
I don't think it's gonna get that far.
It's looking like it's heading that way.
Because gas went down.
Yeah, but everything else still high.
Yeah.
So that ain't nothing.
Yeah.
Especially when everything else is high. It's sad out here, man. You got these private owner landlords renting sky high through the roof. You gotta have 5 jobs just to pay one rent.
Right.
Then you got other bills, utilities.
I know an incident where a landlord put somebody out just so that landlord can up the rent for the next person.
Wow, they should have took that to court.
Oh my God! That was crazy,
that
man.
To court, man. That was illegal and everything else.
Now you have to. The lady gave the person 30-day notice.
Wow.
So that's okay to do, but
Still,
to just put somebody out of their home
so
with their kids so they can raise their rent to another renter.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, the cost of living is outrageous. Yeah, the cost of living is outrageous out here, man. I just don't understand, Then they trying to replace people with robots, and these
yeah, you was saying that off the air a little bit, man. So explain what you mean by that, man.
Yeah, I was watching the world news, and they was saying that these, due to the lack of people, work, they ain't, they don't have any help. So they starting to introduce these restaurants with robots.
Yeah.
So
I had a recruiter tell me, look, my job is to get bodies in these buildings.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Just off top.
So if it take a robot to take the human place, then they'll do it.
Wow. You would think that, after COVID is long gone and people lost their jobs, they trying to get back, they will want to work.
Right.
Now it just seems like they don't want to work.
Right.
And I think why? Because the government helped them out so much.
Well, they took all that away. So I don't think that's the reason.
Well,
I
you
think
gotta
because
understand.
the pay ain't high
Remember,
enough.
back when COVID,
the pay ain't enough.
Back when COVID was around,
right,
they were sending people checks.
Right.
Or unemployment and all that stuff. Everybody in the hood had
got
cars.
comfortable. Yep, people got comfortable.
You know what I'm saying?
They got comfortable, but you got to understand the government did this. They give and they take. So all the people that got comfortable.
It was a price to pay.
Right.
That's all that was.
Exactly. Now y'all don't want to go back to work. Y'all done got comfortable with the little handout they gave you. Now you suffering. You don't want to go back to work, but you in for a rude awakening. They hit you with the inflation. Man. They hit you with the inflation and everything high. So that's going to make you have to work. Right. See how they did it? Right. That's what the whole reason behind the inflation. Because people didn't want to work no more.
So what you think that, when people go and file their income taxes, they going to get hit on that too?
Yes, sir. I heard about that too.
Yeah.
They talking about they garnishing and taking all that through the year.
Yeah.
They ain't taking out no more.
The money
Trump started that though.
The money that they gave you, they gonna get it back.
Yeah, Trump been started that though. They taking out less fees out of your check, so at the end of the year they don't have to give you that much.
Wow.
Yeah, Trump started all that. Trump idea. If Trump get back in office, his idea is he want everybody to work. He want to cut all government. He want to cut all government funding down to a minimum.
But you know what though? Ain't nothing wrong with getting out there working.
Right, it ain't.
But
if you got to work 3 jobs because of your rent $1,100 for a 1-bedroom, it ain't making sense. Minimum wage is still $7 and some change.
Well, that
and the cost of living went high. But
so what that tell you?
Right, it's just
what that tell you. That means you got to get your credit together.
Nah.
And get your own thing going.
Yeah, that's
because
ridiculous.
if you trying to rent from somebody and they going up on the pay, I mean, what you gonna expect for them to do?
Right, it's sad out here swiping. That's cheap money, swiping. Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. It's sad out here. I just don't see how the future looking good for anybody. Because the minimum wage is not equaling up to the cost of living. You know what I mean? It's not equaling up.
Man, I think it's crazy as hell to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. To move somebody out of their home and their kids.
Right.
That
goes to show you how much they care about human life.
They care about money more.
That's it. Ain't no love for human life no more, man.
Damn,
like I told you, Trump. If Trump had his way, he want even elderly to work, handicapped, disabled. He want everybody, even kids, to work.
How that's gonna happen?
And
man.
he trying to take away.
Can't work.
He don't care. He trying to take away all the government funding. Drop it down to a minimum. He a businessman.
now check this out.
He trying to take away Obamacare. And everybody like, oh, Trump this, Trump that, make America great again, all this stuff. They just don't know. Trump don't care about nobody but himself.
Now, but he did say fake news. Now, a lot of people got to understand. Now, I'm hearing people out there like, I don't watch the news because all they show is death and murder.
I heard that too.
You know what I mean?
It's all depression and all this. But you have to watch the news so you can know what's going on around. Don't be no
keep
fool.
Your eyes open.
Right. Don't be no fool. You better watch the news because you ain't going to know what's going on around you. And all this stuff's going to sneak up on you and hit you.
Hey, boy, you become a rapper. Boy.
Everything just going to come up behind you and sneak attack. You always got to be alert.
Now, check this out. I read that in Cincinnati, fake jewelry worth more than $10 million. Was seized in Cincinnati. Now,
wow,
how fake jewelry gonna be worth $10 million?
But why is they worrying about that anyway? That's petty. But I understand it because if you ain't paying taxes, that's just like bootlegs, CDs, and DVDs. So, but that ain't really important. But I understand why it's so important because you ain't paying taxes. So whoever was selling it, they was making too much money off of it without paying taxes. Yeah.
Jeez.
If you said they raided and they took that amount of fake jewelry, so evidently, they wasn't paying taxes on it. They was eating off of it. Just like DVDs, bootleg videos, and, clothes, bags, all that. But, to me, that ain't even important. You know what I mean? But it's always got something to do with money all the time. It's about money. That's why it was so important. They weren't paying taxes. It could be fake clothes, fake, bootleg CDs, DVDs, and I don't care what it was. If it's a profit, they gonna stop it. If they ain't making, they ain't getting their cut.
Man, look, let me tell you how bad it's getting out here, man. This lady and this man was walking in a store not a store, but a bank. This car pull up, this kid jump out the car, run up to the lady, grab her purse.
Dang.
The lady ran back and started whooping that motherfucker's ass.
Oh, that's good.
You know
what
the
husband was doing.
Now, the husband did the same thing, though, right?
Oh, okay.
So the car...
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on out here. These kids is they out here labeling, focusing on these elderly people taking their, purses, wallets, and taking their cars.
Right.
There's a lot of that going on out here.
And look, and check it out. As she's trying to get her money back, the person that was driving the car, right, backed up, and she got trapped up under the car.
Dang, that's sad. Yeah, that's sad, man. But that's real sad to hear, man. That's why a lot of people don't like to watch the news, because it is depressing. But you gotta also realize they keep saying crime ain't going up, but crime is going up. It's getting worse.
Big time.
It's getting worse due to these young kids ain't got no guidance out here.
Well, now it's basically at the clubs. And,
right.
You get drunk.
Right.
And you step on somebody's shoe.
Right.
And these
but that's been going on, but it got worse. It's to the point of no fighting. Now it's shooting. Yeah. Step on somebody's shoe now, you're liable to get shot. And die. So it definitely changed for the worse. Ain't no about fighting and all that. They out here killing. They go 0 to 100 right away. They out here killing now.
But what would be your solution, though, to all?
Well, the only thing I can say about that, and any kind of crime, they keep crying about changing the gun laws to 21. It don't really matter, because a kid 18, 16, 15 can get a gun anywhere. Right. So my solution to that is, you just got to have the parents in a household. The mama and the dad, not no mama. You got to have the mom and the dad in the household, and they got to know where their children at all times. That's my solution. Go back to the old days. It took a village to raise one child. These kids nowadays don't have no guidance, man. It's just the mama in the household. Right, and they don't know where their kids at. I say go back to the old days. The daddy and the mama need to be in there. Take two to raise a child, man. That's my solution. We need to go back in the days and have these dads and these mamas know where their kids at and what they doing out here. Be more involved in their lives.
You got parents out here that's scared to even whoop their children.
Right, because they scared they might get bopped upside the head because their kids on drugs. You got to go back to the basics, bruh. A lot of this stuff is basic. Your mom and dad need to know.
Go ahead.
The mom and the daddy need to be there and raise these kids, man. That's my solution.
Man, I seen on the news where a kid killed his daddy, man.
Yeah, I heard about a girl killed her mama.
See,
that's 2
crazy,
days
man.
ago. That due to not having both parents in the household. Ain't no mama can't be the daddy and the mama. I hear females out here, I'm your mom and daddy. You can't take the man place. Because if you could do that, then God wouldn't have made men. It would just been one sex. So, God don't make no mistakes. You got to have a man in the child life, too. Right. Whether y'all ain't in the household together, y'all still can co-parent. Co-parenting is
brother.
Co-parenting is letting the daddy know what the child doing so he can come over there and talk to him or, be more involved in his life. Just because y'all ain't together, you figure, I'm the daddy too. No, it don't work that way. That's why these kids out here doing whatever they want to do. The mama, she can do so much. But the child gonna be like, go ahead on. I ain't trying to hear that. I'm out of here.
So you saying that a woman can't raise a boy to be a man?
No, every woman know that. They try, but it don't work. They see their end result. Child out there running around, shooting, killing, and robbing and stealing and cursing them out, cursing elderly people out. Just totally disrespectful. I say my solution, go back to the old days. Daddy and mama raise your child, whether you in a household or not. Co-parent. Ain't no excuses, man. These women out here trying to be like dudes. They studs out here now. Guys want to be women.
And you know what? That is for another segment. You know what I'm saying? We can talk all day about that.
All day about that one now. Everybody sexual, all this monkeypox. Oh, it's just sad out here, man. It's just ridiculous.
Only ones that's getting it is transsexual.
Yeah, monkeypox running around, replacing AIDS. AIDS still around. Don't think AIDS. All them STDs still here. You got guys want to be women want to be guys.
COVID was around, but they wasn't talking about it.
Right.
But everybody, it seems like we got a time. We got to go. If you like this and you want to know more, get back to